Coach, it's not often you see a player take over a game like Philly did
Yeah.
today. Just your thoughts, your perspective on what she did tonight.
Yeah, just special player. Put us on her back here in the third period. I thought, you know, I mean, the first, like, I think she was able to ride some momentum coming out of the box, you know, picking off a pass like that, making a great play on a breakaway, great move on a breakaway. I think that we were just able to ride the momentum that her and her line brought in that third period. But like, it wasn't just one player. Philly had a great game, but this was just a lot of really solid efforts up and down the lineup that you know, of us doing things the right way for a good amount of the game.
You had talked after the Montreal game about needing to bounce back better when things go wrong,
Yeah.
when the puck goes in the net. And for a while there, it seemed like that game was kind of going like the Montreal game. But
Sure.
You said, I think it was a lot of people
Yeah.
contributed. What did you see shift in those final
Yeah.
minutes into overtime?
Well, I don't think it was just like the final minutes in the overtime. I think what I liked about our group tonight, like, they scored in the first shift of the game. We responded really well, I thought, after that moment. I think, you know, tough start to the third period. We go down again. That they get that third one, and our group responded really well. I thought our PK was outstanding tonight, coming up with some good kills in the third, and just I liked our response all night. And the bench was great. We weren't. You know, it's one of those things, not too high, not too low. We just kind of were worried about our play and our habits and the detail in our game. And when you stack those things over and over, you do them well, you get rewarded. And we got our chances tonight, found a way to bury at the right moments, and got the win.
Denisa, can you take us through what the last 48 hours or so have been like?
Yeah, no, it's been a lot in the last 48 hours. So definitely not easy to move across the half country for sure. But I had a really nice welcome here. Everything was nicely set up for me, and the team is great. So it's a good start.
I know you only had like one day of practice. Everything kind of moves kind of quick. But your thoughts on just getting to play with this team and how the first game went?
Yeah, no, I'm really happy we won. This is a great team. I always didn't like to play against them because they are a gritty, hardworking team. So happy to be here, and yeah, I just want to keep winning, keep rolling.
Callie allows a goal in the first shot of the game, but then she makes some huge saves in the first period, makes some big saves in the third period in overtime. And your thoughts on that?
Yeah, she's again another one who responded really well after that first chance, and Callie was outstanding tonight. You know, really solid back there, made some big saves at the right moments for us. It's been fun to watch her development over the course of the year. Every you know, opportunity that she's had, I think she's shown some improvement, and that's what you want in a young player, any young player. And I know her teammates were super happy for her. She's worked really hard for this opportunity. Great to see her get her first professional win tonight. It was good.
Coach, what did you see on those power plays where you had a two-skater advantage and you weren't able to convert? Like, what can you take away from that?
Yeah, we're going to dive into that. I think, you know, coming away, that's probably you know, the number one takeaway or area to grow is just, you know, converting on our power play, especially when we're 5-on-3 and an important moment of the game. But you know, I think we've got to find a way to be more threatening immediately and be ready to fire. A lot of perimeter play on that 5-on-3 that we gotta you know, find an answer to for sure.
Maddie, after the Montreal game, Casey had a quote where she said, you know, obviously you don't like that this skid is happening, but no one's hopeless. I mean, to get a win like this, even if it's only 2 points, is that something that you think can have a tangible impact on the locker room in terms of confidence or anything like that?
Yeah, I think today, especially like in kind of this like losing skid, I guess we've had, kind of been up and down and haven't played a full 60 minutes. But I think today we actually played a full 60, and especially like with like 13, 12 minutes left in the game, we take a couple penalties. I think sometimes we let emotions run high, but I think today was the first time in a while that we've really handled it and stayed calm and like actually had like belief in ourselves to come back, and I think that showed up on the ice.
Greg's talked a lot about not just the complete 60, but having that resilience. But how hard is that to maintain when you're going through a skid where you lose 9 of 10 games?
I think you just got to be a goldfish and forget what happened last game. I think when you're so focused on how many losses you have, you forget what it feels like to win. And I think the more you can just put that away in the back of your mind, the better it'll be going forward.
Do
Do you take the opposite approach though, going into the MSG game, of like building off the win and remembering how this felt?
Of course, yeah, and like you use the crowd to your advantage, you use the fans, you use the venue, but yeah, it's all about momentum, and I think as once you get it in the right direction, you want to keep it going. So if it's a losing skid, you want to get it to flip somehow, and I think today was a good start to that.
The broadcast said you challenged in the second period about Jaguar, and she wasn't listed on their online roster. Can you take me inside how that came about, how you guys spotted that?
Yeah, it was funny. Like we get the lineups before the game, and we noticed Jaguar wasn't on the lineup. Actually, some of our players noticed that Jaguar wasn't in the lineup.
Which
No, I don't. There was several of them brought it up to me because we write the lineup on the board, and that's what we had was a lineup without her. So towards the end of the first period, when we saw her on the ice and realized she was in the game, we had a conversation between periods about it, and yeah, and just had an opportunity to flag the ref on it.
I know you mentioned yesterday about wanting to put Denisa in a chance to really succeed offensively here. I know it's only one game, but what excites you about where you can place her in the lineup and what you saw from her?
Yeah. Like honestly, I really liked I liked all our lines tonight. I thought Wheels' line had a great night. I thought Denisa with KO and Peyton had a really good night too. So like it was nice to see some chemistry, throughout our lineup, our forward group, which has been hard to find this year, and some injuries and whatnot. Have changed that, but Denise has come in. I think in a short period of time, it's easy to see just like her veteran presence on the ice, off the ice, her poise with the puck. I think she has the ability to make little 5-10 foot plays with the puck that make everybody else better and help us extend plays. So excited to see what she can do as she continues to get more comfortable too. But we've got a lot of belief and trust in her.
If I could, for the players, when you're watching Fillier score 3 goals in basically 10 minutes of game time, what's going through your minds as you see her start to take over the game?
I think it's the same thing. Like she really feeds off like her own energy. Like when she's going, and I think like sometimes like when somebody gets one under their belt, it's just a matter of time that all the chances are going to start going in. Because I mean, even though she had 3 goals tonight, she probably had more chances to score. But bearing 3, it's the type of player she is.
Yeah, she's a great player. Always tough to play against her, so happy to be on her side right now, and yeah, I'm really happy that it went in and got us the win.